Kia ora, New Zealand. Welcome to Sweet Chain Live. My name's Matt Drake, and this is episode 42. It's the answer. Brady Cush. How you doing?
Howdy, Matt. How are you? I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm very, very well, actually. Yes, very good. Played some disc golf yesterday. Played at the weekend. Woo! It was great. Yes, doing very well. We'll get on to those scores shortly.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've been playing pretty well this week, actually.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I certainly left plenty of holes, plenty of shots out there, and so yes, we shall see. We shall see. Fault line just around the corner, and we're getting very much looking forward to that. The other thing we're looking forward to, of course, is speaking to our guest tonight. Sebastian Falconer joins us very shortly. One of the Dismania 1 in 10 boys, so we'll be hearing from him about everything he does with disc golf. If you don't follow him, actually, he'll have details of how you can follow all of his social media stuff, and he's been putting out some really, really cool stuff. So keep an eye on that. The show for you tonight, we've got hot scores coming up first. Then we're going to have a chat to Sebastian. He's going to stay for Desert Island Disc Golf, and then we've got Brady. You've got an announcement, something that you want to share with the group.
Yeah. So we'll make that after later. Sebastian.
Excellent. Yep. We got upcoming events. We got our picks for the Delta Blues Buster this weekend up in Tauranga, and we're going to spin the wheel for Hosker for this Saturday for those in the capital. So packed show tonight. Let's get straight into it. So starting down south in Invercargill, Ethan Stout once again hits 16 under par to take away the hot score for this week. Well done, Ethan. And at Chingford, Andrew Fleming goes back-to-back with a 7 under par this week. Nice. Very, very good. It's a Queenstown lockout for Mikey Yu with 14 down at Queenstown Gardens and 10 down at Tucker Beach. Well done to Mikey. And at Lismore, Ben Quinn takes out the title with a -9. Across at Ely Point, it's Ryan Cambridge. He seems to be on this show every week with a -7. Very, very good. And up to Christchurch, Jelly Park saw Ashton Clark hit 13 under par. Over at Queen's Park Reserve, Willie Taratana hits 8 under, and 8 under was also the hot score for Ashton Clark again, to show us what he can do at Brooker Ave. Brady takes through the north.
Sweet. In the north, in the capital at Barrenpore Hills, we have the old boys, Simon Fargety, Brett Carl, and Young Ha all tied at 3 down. Nice shooting, gentlemen. Out in Hikoikoi on the foreshore, we have Katne Volley at -3. Good shooting there. Shooting up the valley, Hardcore Park, Dion Rawady takes it with an even this week. Hopefully we get some hot scores going into Fault Line. Let's keep sliding up the country. Let's go to Linkletter Reserve, and Wellington's Jack Ryan making an appearance up there with a -4 this week. Well done, Jack. Sliding out to the west coast, we have Inglewood. Connor McKinstry shoots -9. -9, one off his course record at -10. Wow. Good shooting for Kana. Let's go to Taupo. Go to Lakeside Red Course Championship. Andy Clune, who's making his appearance on the North Island, comes in again at -4. Well done, Andy. It'll good to see him at the Blues Busters. Speaking of the Blues Busters, let's pop up to Tauranga. We have Brad Taylor and Ruben Kazi coming in at -2 this week. So that's good shooting for them. Looking forward to the Blues Buster on the weekend. Once again, shout out to all you Auckland folks. I'm sure a few of you guys are out stretching your legs and your arms. Thank you for doing the hard work for all of us around the country.
Yeah, and some great shooting up and down, certainly in the North Island this week. Let's look around the leagues. Any given Monday, Chris Dixon walks away with a 977, 9 under par. Well done to Chris. And at Berrenpore last Saturday, Brett Carlisle takes away the hot round of the week with a 5 under, which was 955 rated. That's the highest rated round of his career. And yesterday saw the inaugural week of the Wellington Midweek Spring League. And Chris Sinai took out the win with and this will give you an idea of what you should be aiming for when you get to Fault Line, a 941 rated even par. And the conditions weren't particularly bad. I mean, it was a bit cold and there was a bit of mist in the air, but not really too much to
well, yeah, I was going to say, unless you're Chris who played the last 2 holes in the dark.
Oh, totally. Yeah, yeah. And he did take pars on both of those, it must be said. So, and they weren't two of the easiest either. So well done to Chris for taking that out. Right, we're going to go now over to Sebastian. We're going to introduce our guest, who's got plenty of stuff that he's been doing recently. Let's hear a little bit more about it. Good evening, Sebastian.
Good evening.
How's it going?
It's going quite well. How about you guys?
Very well, thank you. Very well. Where do we start? Now, you're one of the Dismania 1 in 10 team. So talk us through that to begin with, then, because you're a relatively young chap. You've got this fantastic opportunity in the Dismania 1 in 10. How did that feel when that was announced?
Boy, that was crazy. I was so excited, and I remember you guys announced it on Sweet Chain, and I hadn't happened to see that one, and I just got like 3 texts the next morning saying like congratulations. I was like, congratulations, what happened? And I was so
that'll learn you to tune in.
What? I was stoked.
Oh, good stuff, and you're in very good company, And what we've seen from you is we've seen quite a bit of stuff come out on your social media. How much time do you? This might be a question for later on, actually. How much time do you spend trying all your trick shots compared to practice, like genuine, like I'm practicing my course? Because a skip ace off a T-pad probably isn't going to make it into a competitive round too often, but we've seen some of them.
Well, I did spend a little bit of time doing trick shots, but most of my spare time is spent either practicing or playing. That's just sort of like a side thing when I'm feeling creative.
Well, I was going to say, and for folks that don't know you, like I got to meet you at Nationals, and like it was a pleasure to meet you and your dad. Tell people a bit about you. Like, how long have you been playing? Like where do you stack up? Kind of, like how about like where you've come from, how long you've been playing, and like what you're looking forward to for the end of the year.
Right. Well, I've been playing for a little bit over 2 years. I think I started August 2019, and yeah, it's been going pretty well.
So what do you got coming up? So if you've been playing for 2 years, and like you've had some pretty good tournaments this year, playing at Tucker's, playing at Twizel, what's coming up for the end of the year for you?
Well, next one I'll be playing at is the Bros for Chains in Christchurch. So I'm really looking forward to that. Sounds like it's going to be a great tournament. And then also to finish out the year, I'm going down to Ohau for the Waihi Tapu. So those are going to be lots of fun. Hoping to do well there. Looking to shoot, if I could, I would love to average 950. That's my goal, to hit 950 by the end of the year. So if I could shoot that at the next 2 tournaments, I'd be stoked.
Yeah, I was going to say, where are you sitting now? So like 950 for the end of the year, where are you at currently?
I'm currently at 930. So from the beginning of the year, I started at 992, and I managed to jump up to 930, and I've been averaging it close to 950 for the past 2 tournaments. So I'm slowly working my way up, and if I can average that or a little bit better, then it'd be great.
Sometimes it's just waiting for the rounds to fall off the end of your kind of rolling year, eh? So well, very best of luck. Very best of luck with that. Do you think your game will suit the Bros for Change tournament, or do you think it will suit the Waihi Tapu layout?
I'm thinking more Bros for Chains. I sort of feel like that looks like maybe a little bit more of an opener course that kind of suits my style of play a little bit better with the hyzers and longer shots. But I haven't played either of those courses, and so we'll see how we go. You never know. Might be Waihi Tapu, might be Bros for Chains. Let's see how we go.
Is that how you would say that's where your strength lies, in the kind of open bomber courses?
Probably. Probably. I'm working on trying to get the wooded stuff and the touch shots and stuff like that, but to be honest, it probably does lie in the more open courses. Yeah.
Now, you were around at the opening of a new course in the Christchurch area in Ashburton the other week. Talk us through that, because that was That was an exciting weekend for you.
Yeah, that was. Got to go down there with a couple mates. Went down, played early in the morning, shot an okay round, then managed to shoot the hot score, which is still standing. My next round, what a great course! Like, it's wooded. You can go over the top. You can go underneath the woods. So if you got lots of power, you can go for the hyzer shots. I threw a grenade on one hole. If you don't have so much power and you're going for the more finesse, you can kind of thread the needle through the trees. It's really scoreable, but it's also punishing if you manage to hit enough trees, which there are plenty of to hit. It's a great course, nice weather, good weekend.
Now, I don't know the area that it's in too well. Is it far from Christchurch? Easy to get
It's
to?
about 45 minutes to an hour away from Christchurch. I probably won't be playing it often, but I look forward to it when I do.
Sure.
Sounds like my distance from Harcourt Park. That's not too bad. Now, I was going to say, how far was Charteris Bay from you in the city? Because that was just on Akatero, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was just over the hills. So that was probably about half an hour's drive. So just over the hills and down to the next bay. Yeah. So
now, do you wish that was permanent? How'd you like that course?
That was one of the nicest courses I played. On the golf course, that was just beautifully manicured, just the rolling green hills, lush grass, perfect length. It was a really nice course.
Good stuff. Now, of all of the things that I want to move slightly to your kind of trick shot stuff, which is, I'll be honest, what I look for when I'm scrolling through Instagram and I see your trick shots come up. They're the ones that I go back to and watch. Have you got a particular favorite that you've managed, or have you got one that you've been working on a lot but not quite managed it?
Oh, well, I don't think I have any that I've been working on. I think most of the ones I've attempted, I've managed to get eventually. I think possibly my favorite might be one that I've just been working on the other day, which I'm hoping to post up soon, which may or may not involve an ace. But of the ones I've already posted, I quite enjoyed the one throwing off the roof. There's something satisfying about climbing off a roof and climbing onto a roof and throwing off of it. That was pretty fun. Throw down to the basket.
Let me guess. Dad wasn't around when you filmed that one, was he?
Oh no, he was. He helped me set it up.
Like father, like son, apparently.
Yeah. Made sure it was nice and safe, not too windy. Stood in the right place in the roof. Grippy shoes. She was right, mate.
I was gonna say, I feel like Jeremy Colling feels the same way about Paradise.
Yes, I heard that shot.
So what are your plans with your kind of social media activity as well as your playing then? If you're looking, you say you've got the 950 target for your playing for this year.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look a little bit beyond that. There's only a couple of months left of this year. What can we expect from Sebastian in the next 5 years? Because you're still very young. So like what can we expect in the next sort of 5 years?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I've really made a whole lot of long-term plans. I just plan on getting better, grinding, getting out there, putting, throwing, just really polishing up all areas of my game, being the best player I can, playing lots of courses, putting up some more content, hopefully, and yeah, just being the best disc golfer I can on and off the course.
And that's why you got selected as Dismania 1 in 10. Right there. Great mindset to have.
We've got a question from the audience. Would you consider a round where you only throw your discs by holding them upside down?
I would most certainly consider a round like that. That sounds like a blast. I bring my tilt, and I'd probably throw that most of the time. That works fantastic upside down. I want to hit that 120 meter mark with it upside down. Getting close, but not quite there yet. But yes, that would be a lot of fun. That's a great idea.
I'm talking about discs that you use. Moving on to Desert Island Disc Golf, what are you throwing now? Obviously, the premise here, just going to for anybody who's new to the show, premise here is that Sebastian is stranded on a desert island. Fortunately, there's a disc golf course on the desert island, and he's been washed ashore with 3 discs and 3 card mates. who he gets to play around with. What are your discs and who are your card mates? And is that just me?
No, I think he's frozen. No. Oh no!
Oh no!
This wasn't a desert island; it was a friggin' Antarctic island.
It was. Yeah. It certainly it doesn't have internet wherever this desert island is. Clearly.
Technical difficulties. Please bear with us as we try to get our special guest back.
You're back.
We're back.
I'm back.
Excellent. So, what are your free discs? What are your three most favorite discs that you take with you to your desert island? You're gonna have a putter, a mid-range, and a driver. Where are you gonna start?
I start with a putter. I putt with the Exosoft Link, tacky, medium depth. This one has a little bit of a puddle top, which I really like. Not all the ones I've tried have a puddle top, but this one does. I really like that. Got a little bit of beads. This just comes out of the hand really nicely for putting up to 25 meters for the jump putts, and I can probably throw it as well. And the Exosoft really gives a grip for all weather conditions. And then
just before you move on, you mentioned that that disc you had a puddle top to it. Just for people who may not have thrown too many of the same disc, what effect does having that puddle top have on that disc? What does it do to it that makes it behave differently to a non-puddle topped?
I don't know if it initially makes a whole lot of difference to the flight, but I know especially in the hand, it just adds that extra layer of comfort somehow. It just really slots into the hand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether it affects the stability or not, as I don't actually throw these. For putting, it's the same stability. Just the comfort levels a bit higher.
Yeah. But that's so key with a putter, right? So
yeah.
Okay.
For my sort of mid-range sort of approach disc, I'll bring this Exosoft Tactic, same plastic, again, great grip, backhand and forehands. Backhand, I could probably push this out to maybe 90 meters if I had to, with just the three discs. Probably using this 90 meters, and then forehand just like maybe 60. But this I use for most of my approaches, hyzers and like shots, straight, resist the wind. It's really just a workhorse in my bag, and so that would be really versatile disc to have if I only had three. So that's what I would take for the mid-range slot.
Good stuff.
Shout out to Nate Perkins. Nice owl stamp on that.
Yeah, that's pretty neat there.
Very good.
For the driver, I would be bringing a North Star stamped Glow Sea Lion PD3. Bit of a mouthful. This is my favorite disc in my bag right now. It just does. It seems to do whatever I want it to do and lands by the basket. I could throw it on hyzers, at bombs. I could throw out big massive flakes. It's really wind resistant, and it'll hold a lot of anhyzer and still fade out. But it's not too overstable if I want it to go straight. So it just really seems to do kind of whatever I want it to do. And this is also a great utility disc for like tomahawks and grenades and rollers and stuff like that. So just really, really versatile driver. Discs.
Good stuff. Excellent. And who would you have on your card with you?
Well, I think I would have to bring the three people who I play with the most, and that would be Callum McCombs, Isaac Howard, and Ben Shakur. Those are three great card mates. Play with them all the time. They're really friendly, get a little bit of banter in there. They're all great players. Really enjoy spending time with them, hanging out, playing some good disc golf.
Good stuff. Sounds like you'd have a great time.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now we're going to move into our quick fire round. So this works. We get the front nine is the family friendly front nine. Everybody gets the same questions each week, and then the back nine is a safari back nine, which is slightly different each week. It's a this or that kind of format. So I'm going to kick us off. Are you ready?
Sure I am.
Question number 1. What's your name?
Sebastian Falconer.
Where were you born?
I was born in Christchurch, New Zealand.
Where do you live?
Christchurch, New Zealand.
What's your PDGA number?
131346.
How many years have you been playing?
2 and a bit.
Favorite disc?
Probably all-time favorite disc would be the Zone.
Favorite course?
That's a hard one. I really like the Ashburton course. If I had to pick one, that was fun.
Ooh.
Favorite MPO player?
Simon Lizotte.
Favorite FPO player?
Paige Pierce.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Brady, take us through the back.
On to the back nine. Let's go with a skip ace or air shot ace.
Probably air shot ace. A little bit more satisfying unless it's a trick shot skip ace.
Touch Anheuser or flex forehand.
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm going touch Anheuser.
Full send putter or backed off mid.
Backed off mid.
Charters Bay or Ascot.
Charters Bay.
Turbo putt behind a bush or normal putt in a tree.
Normal putt in a tree. I've done that before.
Nate Perkins or Colton Montgomery.
Probably Colton Montgomery.
Yeah, I was thinking with those links. His new Winter Fang looked great. Filmed final round or winning from the chase card?
Oh, probably winning from the chase card.
1,000 rated or national champion?
National champion.
And dad or mom?
I'm just gonna say both. That's tricky.
One to finish.
Well done. That is the. Thank you very much for playing the Sweet Chain Safari. That is your back nine.
Very good. Very good. Look, Sebastian, thank you so much for coming on. We've learned a lot today, and very best of luck the rest of the season in your last two events, and also in the filming of your trick shots. And I very much look forward to that. To the latest one that you've been working on. You were talking about it a little bit before the show, and so very much looking forward to that coming out. Just so that anybody who's watching can do. How can they stay in touch? Follow what you're doing.
So on Instagram, it's just Sebastian Falconer 6, and on Facebook, just Sebastian Falconer.
Lovely stuff. Go and give Sebastian a follow and a like, and make sure that you do check out all of his videos. They're looking good, and certainly a star for the future. Keep working hard, and we look forward to seeing how you get on in the coming years.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Thanks, Sebastian.
See you soon. Good stuff. And Brady, great to have Sebastian on the show. He's another junior who is coming through the ranks and is going to be an incredible player. He's already an incredible player.
Yeah, I was going to say, like,
will go on to be even better, I'm sure.
Not coming through the ranks, like is through the ranks, like already competing, playing lead card in the advanced division. Like the idea of, I think it was both Twizel and like Charteris Bay. Like he's already like competing in that 1-2 spot, you know, like his win will come soon, I bet.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. We're going to move on. Now you've got something you wanted to share with everyone.
Yeah, I do. I figured it was time for a big announcement. I'm not, so drum roll, please. Thank you, Hemi. I am not going to be defending my amateur title at Nationals next year. Okay. So that is up for grabs, Ryan Cambridge. It's all yours. No, the big announcement, the reason why I won't be defending my title as a national champion is because I will be the Nationals TD. So if you check your emails, all of you NZ DG players, it is official. Nationals is coming to the capital. Wellington will host it at the Barrenport Hills Disc Golf Course. So yes, sorry for those who wanted the Middle Earth Open this year. It is getting an upgrade, a serious upgrade. We will have tee times, like it's running from the 3rd to the 5th of March with a practice day on the 2nd, # national doubles. All the details are coming soon. Check Facebook. There'll be an event posted tomorrow morning. You have 4 months from now. And yes, Nationals for next year is official.
That is the best news. I literally book your flights, book your time off, because it's going to be an absolute crackerjack. The Berrenport course is great. I think the feedback from Middle Earth Open this year was brilliant. First up, congratulations, Brady, on getting this.
Thank
I know
you.
that it's something that you've been working at for a while. Talk us through the kind of how you got to this point. How did it start?
Whoa. Shoot. It started 7 years ago. So like my first tournament that I ran was the Isengard Invitational. I ran it Upper Hutt in 2015. And so it was one of those that I said, I looked at what Queenstown was doing, and they had 2 tournaments at the time, like Tucker's Beach had just got put in the ground, and they had Queenstown and Gardens in the Classic and then the Rush. So I was like, how do we grow the sport here in the capital? And I was like, well, we need another tournament. And so, put in Isengard. So it's 6 months away from Faultline Fury. And then, competing at tournaments around the country. And then, I'd gone to the Aussie Open over in Australia. And I was like, wait a second. Now seeing Bethel's gets put into the ground and Rotorua gets put in the ground and going to see Tucker's Beach. And I was like, these are big, proper courses. Like Harcourt Park is great. Like it's short and techie and you need every shot to play at Harcourt Park. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't have that championship caliber distance that was required. And so I was like, well, the capital needs a course. And so, I went and designed the Berrenport Hills, with that kind of that Green Mountain Championship, that Fox Run and Brewster Ridge, that Maple Hill Open kind of feel to it. Here's some length, here's some technicality, here's some par 4s, a not super hard par 5. But I mean, when you're trying to run up a hill and do a full send on your second shot, it definitely takes a bit. So, it was one of those just piece by piece, I kind of figured out, well, how do we grow it in the capital? And then, well, how do I run a tournament? And then how do I grow that tournament? And then how do I grow the course? And then just kind of piece by piece over the last 7 years have grown it into this nationals bid that, I'm extremely honored to get for next year.
And look, I'm already looking forward to it. This is going to be fantastic. You said there's going to be more details coming out tomorrow, or rather an announcement post coming out tomorrow. Yep. And then when are you looking to open registration?
Registration should open next month. So it should open roughly, the tentative plan at this moment in time is December 3rd, Friday at 7 p.m. Okay. So the idea, it'll release 3 months out from the tournament. Hopefully we'll have all our sponsorship details and all of that kind of stuff coming through over the next 2 weeks. I do see Hemi has mentioned down at the bottom A tier. That is what I'm shooting for. Unfortunately, it's a really short turnaround time. I can guarantee. So we were just shy of a B tier last year. So I can guarantee that we'll hit a B tier this year. I've already been reaching out and talking to sponsors already. So the idea of B tier should be no problem. But can we squeak into that A tier spot? That's the hope. Anyone who is listening and that kind of stuff, any of you TDs, any of those sponsors and companies out there who are looking to make a difference and want to make a stab, please reach out. I'm looking for every sponsorship that I can get. One of the big things that I will be really pushing this year is it's going to be a community event. I really want to bring New Zealand together. So the idea of I will be inviting everyone out, all, when it comes to sponsors, when it comes to retailers, when it comes to players, I really want this to be like a culmination in a community that comes together for nationals. And so that's really what I'm pushing this year and really what I've been growing with the Middle Earth Open over the last 7 years.
Yeah. And you've got facilities at the golf club, right? So you've got room for, there's already two permanent practice baskets
yep.
at the club. You can get more into that space that's there. There's a couple of driving ranges that can be used for practice, because this isn't going to be a shotgun start like at Middle Earth, is it? It's going to be a tee time start.
So this is I've really been pushing to try to set the bar of what I've experienced overseas, and that idea of professional event. It will be tea time starting at 8 a.m. running until 2 p.m. Like we're looking to sell out at 144 players, like with lead card starting out in that 2 p.m. so everyone can finish and watch. Like the golf club is there. We will be hosting everything out of the golf club. So the idea of like the practice day the day before, it'll be catered lunches every day of the tournament. Like we'll have live scores up on the TVs at the club. Like there'll be a fly mart with all of the like retailers there, is the hope. And also I want to get there's a lot of really good like art and dyeing going around that I want to bring together as well. So hopefully, like I said, like I want this to be a real kind of fun community event, not only for the disc golf community, but also trying to bring in that outer community. And with the golf club being there, like inviting them out and like inviting new players to see what our sport has to offer.
Yeah, and the golf club, they put on a mean feed. The one at Middle Earth was awesome. So yeah, if they can do that times 3, then I'll certainly be very happy.
Yeah.
So it runs from the Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Is that right?
Correct. It is a Thursday, Friday, Saturday event. So that means you only need to take off days from one week. It means you can fly in on the Tuesday. It means you can fly back on the Sunday. Yeah.
Or hang around for the social league on Sunday if you.
Yes, there will be a social league 2 p.m. on Sunday, as always at Berhampore.
And so that means that Wednesday will play host to the doubles.
Yes. So we're looking to have a 2-round national doubles to bring that back the day before. Otherwise, it's just a normal practice day. We have exclusive rights for disc golf for the 4 days at Berhampore. So the only people who are going to be on the course are disc golfers, and the public walking their dogs or going for a run.
That's good. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Now, if you're watching this and you want to kind of get a flavor of what you'd be playing, is the course going to be similar to Middle Earth as it was in March, or is there going to be changes to the course layout from there?
As always, like any great tournament, I'm always looking to improve the course. But yes, if you want to get the flavor of the course, check out my personal page, So The Human Highlighter. There are whole previews. Check out Flexline Media. They covered 2 rounds last year. So you can at least get an idea. Like there will be, like I said, little changes and little tweaks. There will be a course map and like player's guide coming out early December with registration.
Yeah, and we'll certainly be previewing it here on the show as well. As we get closer to the time, we'll be doing a far more in-depth review of the course in a similar way to how we're going to do fault lines coming up as in a couple of weeks as well. Good stuff. Yeah, so Flexline's got coverage of two rounds over on their page. Give them a subscribe and a like whilst you're there. And yeah, you'll recognize the commentators as well. So excellent. Right. Is there anything else that you can cover off, or that you need to let people know at this point?
No, I think those are the big ones. If you could share, Mitch, happy to have your support in that kind of stuff. Happy Hire will be joining us for nationals. I'm very happy to hear that. As always, supporting everything that we do here in the capital and around the country. So thank you for that support, Mitch. No, just kind of keep your eyes to Facebook. It will be shared everywhere, both on Sweet Chain, my personal channel, and EdZDG. So yeah, like we do apologize that it is only 4 months out that we are able to make this announcement. Like we're doing our absolute best to plan it to deliver a professional event in the next 4 months. So, like one, I will admit and will be asking for help. So please, like if you've been a TD and that kind of stuff, or if you're a man like Mitch and you have the ability to help out, all the help is greatly appreciated. So yeah, just keep your eye out for details. They will be coming shortly.
Okay. And so, yeah, in answer to your question, Ben, I think that that will be answered in the next couple of days, or certainly very soon, as to whether we're going to get a tiered rego or not, or whether it will be straight open. We shall find out. Lovely stuff. Good work. And I'm delighted personally because it means that I'll be playing. This will be the first nationals that I'm playing, and it's going to be in, not my own backyard, but very close to it. And so yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that, and looking forward to everybody descending on Wellington as well, and getting to play the course that we love and we play every week. So Fantastic.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, Matt, you won Middle Earth in the AMS division. You're going to try for an amateur championship this year?
Well, as you're not playing, maybe I should give it a go. I will caveat by saying that it was off the shorter tees at Middle Earth, and not the longer tees, which would be, I presumably will be the case this time.
Correct.
And my performance on the longer tees, if you check the back 10 of any of the Berrenport 200 league rounds which have been happening, has been somewhat wanting of late. So we shall see. More practice needed over the summer, I suspect.
Yeah. See if we can add some distance to you.
That would be lovely. That would be lovely. Yeah. Right. So plenty to do, and you're going to be hard at work for the next 4 months. You're going to have your work cut out, trying to sort all that out. We'll be helping you out as much as we can. And of course, if you feel that you can get involved or you want to get involved, please do give Brady a shout or get in touch with us here at Sweet Chain Music, and we can put you in touch. Right. We've got a couple more things to get through tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, speaking of tournament, should we go up north?
Let's do our picks for this weekend. So this is the Delta Blues Buster, which is coming on this weekend at Tauranga. It's a one-day Saturday event. Brady, you're going, eh?
Yes, I am. I leave tomorrow morning.
Fantastic. The weather doesn't look too hot.
No, I'm bringing my wet weather gear. As far as I know, Gisborne's fully underwater. Tauranga is about to get all the rest of it. So yeah, I will be bringing my gumboots and my rain pants. Yeah, it's going to be a wet one.
Good stuff. So let's go through your picks for this tournament. We're going to need a winner in the ladies division and a top 3 in the men's divisions. Who've you got?
We'll start out in ladies. We'll go second place. I will go from Inglewood is going to be Amy Whitmore. And taking it out this week because she doesn't have to take care of Bub is going to be Wellington's own Minky Vorster. So yeah, I will pull Team Sweet Chain for that one. How about you, Matt? Who do you got for the women?
Yeah, look, I think it's going to be incredibly close, because you've got Paula, Minky, and Amy who could all do very similarly. And so it's incredibly close to call. I've got to make a pick, so I'm going to go with. I'm going to go Minky to win, Paula to finish second.
Oh, okay.
Is my picks. Over on the MPO side, what do you think?
Let's see. Well, I mean, if we talk to your data analytics team, they're probably going to go against me, so that's fine. I love talking. I love talking a big game. I will go with. It's going to be a big course. So Blair Joins is going to finish third. In second place by 1 stroke is going to be Andy Clune. And in first place, I'm going to pick myself with the birdie on 18 to win. Yes.
Good work. Excellent. Now, in terms of the algorithm from Sweet Chain Rankings, and the data team have been in touch. They've been able to put together a bit of a prediction for this, and the top 3 they have. They've got the same 3 that you've picked, but in a slightly different order. So they've got yourself coming in third place.
Of course they do.
They've
I need to have a word with your analytics team. Like, you should be supporting your homeboys, like Team Sweet Chain right here.
You can. So if you want to get in contact with them, then please do. In second
Who they
place,
got in second?
Andy Clune is second place, and Blair Joins is favourite to take it out this week. With quite a high dominance index actually for this tournament coming in. He seems to do well when he does play. Perhaps doesn't play as often as other people do, but when he does turn up, he does tend to play very well, and that's what it's predicting will happen this weekend. So, very best of luck to everybody who's playing in this weekend, particularly the players from Wellington. Brady, yourself, Jack Ryan, Minky Vorster, Paula Wilson, and I think Shannon Garton's going up as well. So, very best of luck to everybody up there. And stay dry, don't get sick, and come back in one piece.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think rumor has it Shannon's been talking a big game and that he's going to take out the amateur division over Ruben. So that should be a good battle there for the amateur.
Look, it's going to be an absolute crackerjack of a division, that one. I'm going to be watching that one very closely. It's going to be a good time. The competition divisions is incredible, and actually, when we come to do our fault line picks in a couple of weeks' time, that's going to be incredibly difficult because there's competition in every single division. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. Right, now, if you are in the capital this weekend, then come along to Hosker on Saturday morning, 9:30 start in Petone. First round is a Fiend round, and we're going to spin the wheel for the Fiend round in a moment. The second round is a championship round. So the Fiend round for this week is one of either a Petone Extreme, which is the regular front nine, but I've added some Mandos and Islands, and I've moved a couple of T-pads to make it a little bit more difficult. And the other option was a bag tag rumble, or even a back tag rumble, which is what that's supposed to say. I don't know what I was doing there. The way that works is that typically bag tags are played between the people on your card. With this one, everybody's bag tag goes in, and it's a chance to reset the bag tags for over the course of 9 holes, which could jumble things up quite a bit. So I don't know if you voted, Brady, but do you have a preference? I know you won't be playing, but which one would you rather?
Well, I mean, I'm taking my number 5 tag out of the city, so I mean, like, I would go for the back tag rumble. I don't know what a back tag is, but we'll go for that one.
Okay.
I like the underdog.
Okay. Let's see. We will be playing Petone Extreme. Will be the course for. Petone Extreme will be the course for Saturday, so it's going to be the regular front nine at Petone with a load of islands and Mandos, and I'm going to shift a couple of T-pads to make it just that little bit harder for everybody. So yes, we shall enjoy that on Saturday morning. Come down 9:30 in the capital on Petone's for sure. Now, finally, it's the last thing we want to do is we want to go through very quickly the upcoming events, which are, we've got plenty of upcoming events actually coming up. So we've got the Delta Blues Buster this weekend on Saturday, and Hosker in Wellington on Saturday as well. Next weekend is the Bros for Change Charity Classic in Christchurch and the Spring Break in Tucker Beach, part of Generation Disc Golf's series there, so catch that out if you're around. The week after that is Fault Line Fury. Really looking forward to this one. And the show before Fault Line, actually, we're going to have a little preview of each of the holes. Brady and I have been talking about this. If you tune in on what's the Thursday before? The Thursday, the 18th, so in 2 weeks' time, we're going to break down the hole previews, and we're going to have Brady's going to give us a pro look at each of the holes at Harcourt Park and tell us the lines to hit if you're trying to birdie every hole. And I'm going to give you the AM look at each of the holes and try and tell you the line to take if you want to par every hole. But actually, seeing as par comes out at 940 rated, I think that if you go around in pars and you're playing advanced, you'll probably do very well. So yeah. We'll see how we get on. Should be a lot of fun. The week after that is Wahitapu, including the warm-up event on the Friday. Match Play at Inglewood is the weekend after, and that's on the 4th of December. And Day in the Dunes in Invercargill just before Christmas on the 19th of December. Berrenport 200 continues all the way through to December. And Harcourt or Wellington Spring League also on Wednesday nights up at Harcourt Park. If you're interested, get in touch. And also, registration for South Island Champs is still open. Last count, Johnny Ferrari lets us know that 164 people have signed up for South Island Champs, which is incredible. I'm really looking forward to seeing all 163 of you there. It's going to be a fun tournament. And maybe even some more of you who haven't signed up yet.
Also
Henry
have
lets
to
us know.
shout out. Don't forget on the 13th of November, this Saturday, there's the Henley Lake pop-up in Masterton for those of us who are on the North Island who are looking for some action. We also have Hemi brings up on the 11th of December is the Gathering of Nocturnals at the Queenstown Garden. So that's a night event, I think, Hemi, right?
A glow round or something similar, I would imagine.
Yep. So make sure to keep your eyes out for those. And also the Wednesday night prior to Fault Line Fury on the 17th, it is a Spring League event. But at the same time, there is another Battle for the Chains at Wild Kiwi Distillery in Brewtown, Upper Hutt. So there's lots of disc golf going on in the capital over the next 2 months.
Plenty of disc golf going on in the capital and around the country in the next couple of months. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Our guest next week is another Dismania 1 in 10. Connor McKinstry will be joining us live.
Nice.
And he can talk us through how the hell he's shooting -10 at Inglewood. That's an incredible.
I really want to know what he's birdieing, please. Especially with match play coming up in December.
That's right. And he'll be joining us in Wellington for Fault Line as well. So certainly one to look out for. Anyway, Brady, have a lovely time up in Tauranga. Very best of luck, and we shall see you next week. Thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. See you next time. Have a great week. Play some disc golf. Get some birdies. See you next week.
Peace.